Guys, today we're going to be covering every single boss monster in the game. So yeah, let's just hop right into it. Naradia Didanan, okay trait, like, nothing too special. Team Torture immunity's good. But then again, it's only a status caster, but it's sort of counters 7 sins in the beasts, and just random dots, which is good. Immune to Daze, immune to Blind, doesn't matter. Bulwax, very nice. Overall, a decent trait. She can, I believe, trait disable ET and positive effect removal ET with team cleanse healing and stuff, and can do like in one skill trait disable and positive effect removal. So pretty good monster. Wouldn't really recommend that much though. Queen Zara. No, I wouldn't go for this monster, honestly. Like, mine's like 144 or something. Sort of regret it. Is pretty tanky with that 50% life increase. Immune to Daze, doesn't matter. Immune to Torture, self-status caster. Pretty meh. Not that crazy of a trait apart from the first one. Does reverse healing with, like, heals the team and the enemies. So yeah, she's alright. She's alright. If you have nobody else, go ahead and get her up there. Mr. Beast Eco wouldn't recommend. You can only really do single ally double damage. He can heal. He has a pretty bad trait, hardened, immune to freeze and life regen. The rank 3 status caster is pretty nice, but no, I wouldn't recommend it. There are much better monsters in both elements and books. Rock Archdruid, absolutely terrible monster. Tough is his only trait with woman status caster Sunburn that will be soaked up by MT. No point in using him. He just does like AoE stun. That's it. Like, what's the point? And Lyrian is basically just a better Rock Archdruid. He has permanent immune to torture, uncleansable pyrophobic shield for 3 turns. So he's almost guaranteed that he's going to be able to get a hit in. He does roots, which is a pretty rare dot. Not dot, control. He's okay, but like, mine's almost 148. He's alright, but I never really use him. You don't see him anywhere in PvP or wars, really. He was only really there for early GMD. Psywax, never saw any use for him. Mine's still only 115. He has pretty bad trait, just tough at a 50% life shield. He just does a bit of heavy damage, that's it, but there are better attackers out there. Torvax, permanent immune to torture is really his only good thing, but he's a terrible monster. All he does is, I think, Stingle Stun in one of his skills, and just stamina draining. Never going to see the light of day in actual usage. Strollum, pretty bad monster, just tough immune to control. That immune to control will be instantly cleansed anyway, against any good denier. He has some pretty weak skills as well. He applies shock, I think. Not that great. Buckling has, I think, 2 single target stun skills. Terrible trait, just hardened, immune to ignite and burn, and thunder immunity. He's never really going to see any usage. I think I have mine at 115, enough cells to get to like 126. Really never going to use him though. But Armenia, amazing monster, have mine completely maxed out. Dodge area, hardened, immune to possession, stamina regen, and area true vision. All that's really bothered about that is that permanent dodge area, which is absolutely broken, especially considering she can unlimited extra turn attack, on top of turn transferring, on top of cleansing, on top of team damage boost, on top of nanovirus and double damage. It's mental. Absolutely amazing monster, really prioritise her. Hard Nut Gorilla, never really saw any usage for him. I didn't even get him. Hardened, immune to some life regen. I think he can apply Megatron, but that's it. Slimeock, I think it's like a total blind monster. I never even hatched mine. Never even crafted him. Abomination trait, massive downside. AoE Nightmares, immune to Daze, really bad monster. Shrieker, pretty bad, wouldn't recommend him. Like, unless you've already got him and you sort of just want him because you spent money on him, then go ahead and rank him up, but he's really bad. I think he just does a few heavy hits, and that's all. He has a pretty meh rank 5 trait, like hardened, immune to blind and true vision, so he will be hitting his attacks, but then Statscaster immune to control and 50% damage mirror. Really not good. Tommy in it is a YouTuber monster. He really isn't good. He has like some low fire attacks, some low nature. I think he has one heavy attack, but do not waste your time on him. And for the nature element as well, like there are a lot better picks, especially for his books as well. Like God Legions and Adventurers are stacked. Isn't the Great is. He's one of the 2 anticipation monsters from this era. He's a bit weaker than Enhancer, but a very good alternative, and I'm actually ranking him up. So mine's 137 from a while ago. Magic weakness to everyone. That's good. He has some pretty good books as well, with Spirits and Winged, which are already pretty strong books, so he's a nice addition to that. And I'm not sure if Winged has any anticipation monsters, so don't quote me on that, but I don't think they have any others. He's very strong. He can do AoE magic and dark weakness. He's good paired up with Armenia, because he can apply the magic weakness. Armenia can just shred through the Megaton, turn transfer, and let him kill Akariel. He's really powerful if you give him good runes. I think I gave mine like level 9s. He's pretty good. Vadamelter, I think he had like an earth attack that healed him, and some like burning ignite, maybe quicksands in one of his skills. Really bad monster. Merc, let's have a look. Yeah, res block is his only real use. He's a pretty bad monster as well. I just got mine rank 3 from the race, and I've never touched him. I think I gave him like two 9s and an 8. I don't even know why. He's just so bad. He's not even that much of a counter to Uriel, because you could just use other monsters to basically insta-kill him, because he really isn't that strong. Apart from that, he just does freezing, really. Magmor, AoE burning, hardened, immune to freeze, terrible trait. Mine's still unranked, even though I can get him to rank 3. I just don't see a use for him. He's like fire and magic, which are already really stacked elements. Like fire has like Teddy Bomb, Inheritor, Cherub Cupid, Serpent. He has loads in fire, and then of course magic is like I think Elf, Volcanics, what's her name? Spec, Stock, loads and loads of Pierce monsters in both elements. Some anticipation in there probably, so really no use for Magmor. Seashell Guard, I didn't get him, but he looks pretty bad. I think he can give himself 1 turn taunt. Pretty trait, like tough, permanent immune to control, and AoE 50% life shield. Really never going to see much use, even in the family's book, which hasn't got loads of great monsters. He really isn't that good of a pick even in there. Good Legions, of course, is stacked with great monsters. And I guess the Sea book maybe, but then again you can just run like Modrak, who actually has permanent taunt. Obsidiantes, I think I can get mine to like rank 2, just from Bounty Hunt. Same thing, which is what I did with Buckling. Really bad monster. I think has like a very weak AoE stun and a few dots, like Burn Ignite, maybe Nightmares. Really not special. Shadonia, amazing monster. I've got mine at 146. Self-dodge area at rank 5. Can do infinite cycling with trait disable, turn transfer, Sadly, the Twin Transfer has no cleansing unlike Armenia. But it applies Light Hater, which is amazing, considering, like, the best monsters in the game right now, like Elvira, Demon Slayer, Galvanus, Cherub Cupid, and Uriel the Divine are all light monsters. It's an absolutely amazing element. Like, even the Serpent and stuff are stacking the light element. So yeah, that Light Hater is basically just triple damage in the higher leagues. So yeah, really amazing monster. Would definitely recommend getting to rank 5 for that Dodge Area Status Caster. Absolutely amazing. Robo Rabbit is an infinite ET monster with random dots. I personally never liked it. I always preferred Boulder. Self-trait protection, what you're protecting, a Bulwark and a stamina regen. That's really not that good. That stamina regen's pretty nice, but she holds double swords. Swords can't regen stamina. All she can really hold is Londa. As a talent, Teddy Wave, worst Pierce monster of basically like the past year. He just does like shock and electrified, very weak. Steel Goroth has permanent taunt, hardened, and area nightmares. Area nightmares don't really matter that much. I'm getting mine to rank 3 right now, just for collection really, and he's a decent war monster. Like, I don't know if I have many in that book. That one with a little skull on it. Evil Legions is pretty stacked though, and like, he's in a lot of the undead books, sort of like them. But yeah, he has a great design. He's a pretty good monster. Then of course, Serpent Maximal, as quick as you can. Mine's 144. Been using him the second I got him. And I used all of my nectar on him to get him to like rank 2.5 in the first week of getting him. But yeah, Abomination Hater is basically like a status caster on top of permanent pierce and cooldown immunity and hardened and AoE poison, and that poison is better because he has pierce, so it'll go through the MTNT. So yeah, absolutely amazing monster. Does stupidly heavy hits, basically just an improved Cherub Cupid without the extra turns. Forge Labs, he has a pretty terrible trait with hardened, energize, and life regen. Life regen's okay. He can cleanse triple damage, which is great. Team double damage, team damage boost, healing, cleansing, single enemy toxins. Pretty good monster. I won't be investing him in though, because you can always just use Algata. He's just basically a better Forge Labs because he can do team triple damage, cleanse double damage, damage boost, AoE vulnerable, has dodge area, just better version. King of Tomb, mine's 146. I think like 50 cells off 148. Absolutely great monster. Yeah, 50% damage mirror, dark protection, immune to control, mega taunt forever. Like, you've never seen this trait, have you? Absolutely amazing monster. And that's to the whole team, but it doesn't really matter because they're not getting through this lad. He's really good. Has a single mega stun as well. Great healing, can give himself a lot of stuff with it. If you're pairing him up with his own talent, Attune's Cross, and you use, I think it's like the diamond one, damage protection, it heals him up basically to full, because it's like a 50% heal after a life, like 50% life increase, 50% heal, 100% damage mirror at rank 5, so that's 150% damage mirror on top of skill mirror and 100% life shield from Attune's Cross. Absolutely mental. Mother Talica has Team Torture immunity, pretty okay trait, nothing too crazy. I know she has like team double damage, she has a lot of healing, she can cleanse. Overall a pretty great monster. Is seeing quite a bit of usage for a free pass monster. Slab, Taunt, immune to control, team 50% life shield. Probably the best taunt monster. because he can give himself skill mirror. He can give the whole team 100% life shield. He's a very good shield monster who can just tank quite a lot, and especially for the metal element, which, like, this era has gone crazy with metal. Like, with Omnia, Shadonia, and Slab. Great monsters in pretty good books as well. Spirits and Good Legion. Tubican, I have mine enough to get for rank 4. Really not that good. Like, I don't even know why I have so many cells of him. Pretty bad monster. Brain Laden does triple damage, but I think he's Wisdom 4 times because he has Abomination, even though he can single possess. If he didn't have Abomination, he'd be very good, but for a £50 monster, quite lackluster. Lamama, basically just a simple freeze and stun monster that applies boiling. Really don't see use for her. Boldrar I love. I have mine at rank 4. Haven't even used them in the RUSD because I'm just getting one monster at rank 5 at a time, but certainly my next team will probably be Boulderar, Slab and Volcanics. Overall amazing monster. Certainly going to be ranking him up as soon as possible, but right now a rank 4's good enough. You don't really change that much, it's just for that torture immunity. And really the stat increase isn't that important, so I might just leave him at rank 4, depends. Very powerful monster, has random negative effects. He can apply basically every negative effect in the whole game. If you give him enough turns, he can hold Mask and Sword, which is amazing, so he can run Tetsuman's Mask to have like 3 full sets of stamina. Of course he can hold Longevity, but I wouldn't recommend that because you can just shove on Tetsuman's Mask and then probably I'd just put on like the bird or something just to make sure it does extra damage. Or like Nishan Spiral. But yeah, amazing monster. Oswald, I actually really like him. I gave him I think 2 8s and a 9. I really want to max him out. He looks so fun to use. Skill mirror to the whole team. Life regen to himself. Amazingly fun monster to just mess around with. He won't probably be used that much because he's in pretty competitive books with Good Legions and Adventurers, unless you already have him maxed out. Also, Nature and Metal have become very competitive, so you probably won't see a lot of usage, but he looks really fun to mess around with. Vashirian, artifact monster with res block, can't really go wrong. He does some good damage. Shivery, terrible monster, Abomination, Team True Vision, that's it. I think he gives Daze immunity, so he's absolute rubbish. I got mine to like ranked 2, and I'm just leaving him there. Enhancer, pretty good monster, a bit of just a better Nishan, with Anticipation, immune to shock, immune to stun, Abomination Hater, and AoE Nightmares. So he's got an okay trait, does pretty decent damage, but I just didn't go for him. Donnie looks pretty bad. He just sort of has a few heavy attacks. Epigursus I actually love. Taunt, and that one turn Mega Taunt is actually really good if you just want to use him in a TDA base, or if you just want him to say cut Mega Taunt for one turn, have him going, and usually it'll be cleansed anyway, so it's really just for that initial impact, and then he has permanent taunt. So yeah, that's actually a really good monster with like, I think he has like AoE Hellfire and Curse or something. Master Pet, I haven't seen, I think he does AoE Possession. I can't really give an opinion on him, but from what I've heard he looks pretty bad. And Volcanics, amazing monster, I'd love to max out. I've got rank 3 right now. I wish I got in rank 4 from the race, but I don't know. I think my team was just wanting to do something else, but I'm fine. So he has permanent dodge area, rank 4 self evasion, rank 5 random dart, immune to burning and hardened. Amazing monster, loads of torches. I think he has one ET skill that applies a random dart. He can give himself anticipation and evasion, or like double damage. Nyla, yeah, this monster is a really good trait, but it's just the skills are pretty bad, but for a PvP monster, pretty damn good. Yeah. Like, an anticipation monster from PvP is very surprising. She has an amazing design, but I just wish her ECT skills were better and didn't kill her. Mermaid, I've heard, has been absolutely terrible. Doing Fatigued has singles Megataunt, but nothing else. He's pretty bad. Firefall, amazing monster here. I absolutely love this guy. I actually bought the 10k Mates coin pack, if you've seen that video. Immune to burning, immune to torture. So that's basically just immune to torture, bulwark, amazing already. Random element weakness, so you might get 2.5 times damage multiplier against someone, and a random dot to everyone. So amazing monster there. Hornroot has rank 4 3-turn Megaton, which is a bit weird. Don't think we see that often. And life regen, pretty trait. Otherwise, like, immune to control, hardened, immune to ignite and burn, really not that special. But he seems like a decent monster, so I might just get him to rank 3 or 4, just for the Megaton. Yeah, that's basically it. So I'm just gonna look over, tell you the best monsters in a rough summary to focus on. So probably I'd go Harmonia, Shadonia, Serpentix, King Artem, Boldera, Epigursus, Volcanix, anybody else? Enhancer, Forge Labs, Slab, maybe the Nishant the Great. There aren't loads of crazy good monsters. Maybe Steel Goroth. Just sort of go with whoever you want. Oh yeah, Mother Talc is good as well. Anyway, thanks for watching. Stay safe and have a nice day.